Highland Park resident Miles Zaremski was at the parade yesterday. He was one of the first people to give us a first-hand account of what happened there, and he's back with us this morning. Miles, thank you for being here. I know it's a difficult time for you and your whole community, really. So I want to start just by asking you how you're doing this morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me again. And in all honesty, I didn't sleep much because I had the visions of what I observed yesterday, and the sounds that I heard kind of seared into my mind, and it caused me a restless night, but I will get over that, I'm sure. But I think what is critically important, and as I was attending the parade and heard the up to maybe 30 or so pops, which are the gunfire. I was in the reserves decades ago, so I know what that sound is, other than a firecracker or backfire from a car. But then I observed people with blood on their legs, their hands, and unfortunately, I believe I observed 3 females lifeless on the ground in pools of blood. And, you know, while all of these mass shootings that are over 300 this year alone are horrific, whether it's Uvalde or Buffalo or the synagogue in Pittsburgh or at entertainment venues and schools, unless and until you actually see the result of carnage by someone with a automatic rifle like we had in our community in Highland Park, it just, you don't know what it is to have a stake go through your heart. And we, meaning our legislators in DC, need to do more than they're doing. And that would be my takeaway. And also, it's even more horrific since this mass shooting took place on our country's birthday in a very quiet and serene, lovely family building community like Highland Park.
Miles, I know you said you're a reservist, so you know what gunfire sounds like, but many of us don't. And 4th of July is a holiday known for fireworks and firecrackers. So was there this moment of wondering, is that what I hear? And did you see that in the crowd?
Well, when the first pop that I heard, I did not observe the shooter, but the first pop, I said, well, maybe it's a backfire from one of the vehicles that head the parade. And I've been attending this parade for over 30 years, which includes law enforcement, fire, paramedics, which are traditional. So they were already there. And then I heard another pop and another pop. And I said, wait a second, that couldn't be fireworks. It's kind of early. It should be done in the evening. And then there were multiple pop, 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 pop in 2 sets, as if the shooter had reloaded or put a new magazine in his weapon. And I said, that's gunfire. And it just it's deja vu all over again, to quote the famous Yogi Berra of the New York Yankees in days gone by. And so that's what my feeling was. And then the crowd started rushing, going eastward, away from the scene, passing me. And I gingerly approached to see what it was, and then I saw the blood, and then I said, oh, I wonder if I could assist. But then they started shooing us away, but that's not before I saw the horrific scenes that I observed with my own 2 eyes.
And Miles, what can you tell us about the police response that you saw in those moments and right after the shooting?
Absolutely. The police, law enforcement in our community and the surrounding communities are 5-star. As I mentioned, there were some police that typically attend parades, not a lot, I suspect, and also they were part of the parade. So when this happened, vehicles turned around, and then other law enforcement from Highland Park's Police Department, and I suspect surrounding communities, as well as the Lake County Sheriff's Office, were there within moments and minutes. It was really quick. But unfortunately, other than treating the injured, those that passed away, no doubt, immediately from gunshot bullets going through their body.
And Miles, despite how many of these happen in our country every year, I think it's a natural reaction to think, oh, well, but that wouldn't happen in my neighborhood. I saw someone post on Twitter yesterday, if this can happen in Highland Park, it can happen anywhere. Can you speak to that as a member of that community?
Absolutely. If it can happen in Highland Park, which is a suburban area about 15, 20 miles away from the city of Chicago. If it can happen here, a lovely community, tree lined, 30,000 plus population, it can happen absolutely anywhere in a community. Whatever state and whatever area, no one is safe. And our country is turned into a massacre scene, so to speak, with over 300 mass killings this year. But now every community like Highland Park, even if it's not known to be violent or have violence, particularly in the urban or inner city areas of some of our nation's bigger cities, it still can happen here. Witness yesterday in Highland Park, Illinois.
All right, Miles Zaremski, wishing you strength right now. Nobody should have to go through what you or anybody in your community went through yesterday. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.